So today we're going to talk about good and bad. Can a person really be a good person? Can a person really be a bad person? The answer is no. No human being on this earth can be good or bad. And we have a lot of people in this world, in our history, who we consider to be bad people, such as Hitler, Manson, Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, Stalin, Mussolini, Fidel Castro. We have a lot of we consider them to be bad people, and we have a lot of people in the world that are good people. Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Mother Theresa. Yeah, that's the name of a few good people. We had a zero words though. We said because of that a person is good or bad. A person cannot be good. Now, being good or bad, meaning that is your nature, which means that you cannot change from that nature. God is good, Satan is bad, which means that they cannot change from being bad to being good, from being good to being bad. Hitler, Stalin, and Mussolini and all of them, they had done evil acts and done bad things. That's why it's statistically proven not to tell your children that they are bad children, because a person cannot be bad because they can transition to being a good person. So how can a person be bad? The things that they do are bad. Now, these people that I just named are considered bad people, but they're not. They are people who have done evil and malicious things, hideous things. They have done bad things. A person cannot be good either. Only person that's good in this world, only person that's good in this world is God. It's His nature to be good. Martin Luther King and Gandhi and Mother Teresa and people so forth, they're not good people. They've done good things. They've done very great things, excellent things, kindness things, love and kind things. But they're not good people. Now you may be sitting there confused saying, well, how is Martin Luther King not good and how is Mussolini not bad? Because Mussolini can easily turn around and do good things for people. And Martin Luther King can easily turn around and do bad things for a person. So they would be classified as being a bad person, a good person. No, it's the person's act, their act. See, Paul in the Bible makes it clear. He says, do not judge a person. Christ said to the Son, do not judge a person, for you will be judged by the same standards. Why? It makes it clear that only God can judge. Now, Paul also makes it clear that we as people, or we as Christians, can judge a person's sin. Which means if there's a homosexual, if there's a murderer, if there's a liar, we judge what they do. We do not judge the person. So you cannot judge a person and call them bad. You can say, listen, you have bad characteristics. You can't judge a person and call them good. You can say you have good characteristics. Now, this may sound confusing to you, but a person who has done bad, something bad. Now, I won't use it when people are hobby use because they have done hideous things. And somebody who done something bad, like they could have done something that's considered bad to the world, but in their mind, it could have been considered good. The only way to do it, but we could, as people, could consider it to be bad. But their intentions was for the good. Now, a person who was good may do something, and their intentions can be bad. For example, a person who feels as though that giving up money to the poor, it's a good person. But in their heart, they resent the poor. They resent the homeless. But they still give it out because they good because of their characteristics of being good, but their intentions are still bad because they're the way they feel and the way they think. Now, a person who is bad can help somebody out by taking a coat out someone's closet, which ain't theirs, and give it to someone who was cold outside. And that person may come home and say, "Yo, where's my jacket at?" And he said, "Well, I give it to somebody." And that person could become mad because that person just done something bad because they have just stolen. But the person's intentions were good because their heart was in the right place. They just done a bad thing. So we can't classify people because a person who does bad things can turn around and do good things, and the person who does good things can turn around and do bad things. And the person who's doing bad things, their intentions sometimes, which is 1 out of 10, can be good intentions. The person who's doing good, their intentions, 1 out of 10, can be bad. Now, human beings cannot be good or they cannot be bad. But because we are in a transition stage, which means we can go from side to side. Revelation chapter 3 talks about the church of Lucinda. They are a lukewarm church, Christ said. He said that I wish that you was hot or cold, but instead you're lukewarm, which means that they serve two gods, which means that they have a transition. They go from one God to the next. They go from God to Satan, from Satan to God, which means that they're not prohibited to stay in one place. They can move. See, but Satan is bad. He's evil. He cannot do nothing that's good. There's no good found in him. God, he is good. There is no evil found in him. Now with man, there is good and there is evil found in man because of sin in the world and the good in the world. So we have both worlds, but we choose to act based on our atmosphere and our surroundings. Now, when your child does something wrong, you don't say you're a bad little boy, you're a bad little girl. No, you say to them clearly, you are doing bad things, because once a person thinks that they're bad, then they will act upon that bad. And then that's it. Then they think, I'm a bad guy, I'm a bad snake. You tell the child that they're good all the time, they will think that they can never do anything wrong. So you got to tell them that you have good qualities, you have bad qualities. We are people who have a choice. We're fighting two things, evil and good characteristics. Hitler, even though with his hideous crimes, could have turned around and done something good. And people will label him as a good person. Mother Theresa, who done great things, could have turned around and done something bad. And people will label her as a bad person. We can't label a person, but we can label their things that they do, their characteristics. We can label that. Paul makes it clear that we can judge a person's sin, but not judge the person.